Hi guys, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you the another functionality that is related to the draggable and droppable. That is this functionality. Here you can see that we can drag the things and on the div when we leave those things. So here it is copy inside the div, and here you can see that, and we can drag the things as many times as we want. Here you can see that. This is another thing that we have to show that this list is added into the div or not. So this is just like this functionality. We can use it at manywhere, like just like in many websites that are advanced level website, we can provide a functionality, this functionality in the shopping websites. If you want to buy the milk, so you can add it into your wish list. So this div is a wish box. You can say that wish box. So now I have a wish. I will buy the coffee. Here is I will buy the coffee, water, milk. So like this, and now we are going to build this thing and start it. It is just a little functionality. It is not long enough or so long, so it is just match with the previous functionality. So that's why I have copied the code from the previous file, and I'm gonna create the new one file. Here is the droppable drag drop list .html, and now here is here I'm gonna remove all of this code, and now let's execute this file in the browser. Here is this, and this is the file. Div is created already, and these elements are created, and we have applied this style. And now what we are going to do here, I'm gonna remove these spans but leave this div because we need it. And here is I'm gonna also leave this border, and here I'm gonna create another list, and here is this, and here is list item, here is the list item. And first thing, I want to buy a Ferrari, like Ferrari, and then here is I want to buy a house, and then I want to buy private jet, and then I want to buy hotel where I will party after every week on the Saturday night. And here is when I refresh it. So here is the list is created, and now I'm gonna remove its bullets and the space around it by using the CSS. So here is what we need to do, UL, and here what we need to do, remove margin is 0, and here is padding is 0, and here is another thing is 0, that is list style none. And now here is, you see that here are this list, and now we have to drag this list into this div and then copy that item. So now I'm going to build that functionality. First of all, we have to apply the draggable functionality on all of these list items. Here is select every list item and dot draggable, and here is this, and here is containment, here is document, and here is the revert. True. And now let's look at it. Here you see that, and now here you see that we can drag it. So now here you can see that we can move this list item into only in the y-axis. Why? Because this unordered list have not any width, so we have to give it the width in the 200 pixel, then it will be okay, I think, in the pixels width. So now we can move it anywhere in the page. You can see that we can move it up to here. Now it is not moving further, so you can increase the width, but I just want to give you an example. So now it is here, and now the next thing is what we need to do. It is draggable. All things are okay. So now here you see that when we start dragging it, so we will declare a global variable, and in that global variable we will save this list item value, and when we drop the element on the div, then we will print that element inside the div. And here is, I'm gonna do this thing. If you don't understand, so don't worry, here I'm going to do it, then you can understand it clearly. Start. When we start dragging, here is the callback function. Here is, we have to declare a global variable. Here is, I'm going to declare content, and here is, I'm going to select this selector, select that list item that we are dragging. So here is dot and text, and here is, so now the list item that we are dragging, its text is saved into the content variable. So now it is finished, and now when we have to print this text inside the div when we drop the element. So here is, I'm going to apply the drop functionality on the div. So here is the drop is the id that we have give to the div. Here is droppable, here is this, and here is this. Here is the div, and first thing is hover class. Hover class is the property when we take the element on the div, and here is, this class will be apply border, and here is, here you see that this border class will be applied on it, and here you see that when we take over it, so this border class will be applied on it. And this function will only make the div droppable. And the next thing that I'm going to apply is I'm going to add the text inside the div when we drop the element, drop the list item. Here is this, and here I'm going to select the div dot text. Div text is equal to the content, and content is a global variable. And now here you see that when we drop it, so here it is printed, and when we again drop it, here is I'm gonna refresh it, then it will work. Okay, here is drop it, and here is drop it. Here is the text is overwrite, so that's why the previous one is deleted, so we have to use append, so the text is not overwrite. Here is Ferrari, and if we drag it again, so here it is, so here is the list is added. And if we add the, here is new line, so a new line is added at the end. So now here is, and in this way you can also repeat the list items because we have not built the functionality that is testing that this is the same list item. So thank you for watching this video. In the next video we will build another functionality. If you have any problem, so don't confuse, I will help you as much as I can. If you don't understand anything, so kindly add the discussion, or you can paste your code in the discussion area or send your file in the discussion area. I will solve that issue. Thank you for watching this video.